Hi guys. Hello everyone. So I'm just putting my phone on airplane mode. How are you guys? How's everyone been? Let me know how you've been, where you're from, how things are going. I am so cold. I am freezing. I was in European summer and now I'm back in African winter. So yeah, it's really cold. So let me know, how you guys have been, what's happening. I just posted a reel with regards to what's I've been feeling that's been happening since the solstice expansion. Well, firstly, my sleep this week has been quite affected. I never really have any problems sleeping, but I think a little bit because of traveling, a little bit because of the solstice energies. Hi guys, hello, welcome. Hi Allison. My sleep, I don't struggle to fall asleep. I've just been waking up a few times in the night, and my astral's been very, very active as well. Hello, welcome. Pleasure for the collective healing. The tickets for the July one are also available, and the recording of the June one should be up on my website. I think if it's not, Adri, if you can put it on, please. It might not be on. If it's not on, please, if it can be put on. Okay, so that's the first thing. Sleeping has been a little bit up and down. The astral's been very active, especially the last week. And then, this very big expansion with connection between the heart and the throat. And that's what I mentioned in my reel that I just posted earlier. Solstice was a kicker. Yeah, it was it was a lot. There were a lot of energies navigating. It was intense. Like the actual day before the solstice, I remember that I was like irritable and like releasing and clearing things. And I was on holiday, so there was no reason for me to be irritable, Hello from Pennsylvania. Hello from Sacramento. Welcome. Yeah, guys, let me know where you're from and how you've been. I literally just I put like a little tea light candle here just to keep my hands warm. That's how cold it is. There's no central heating in South Africa. It's not something that it exists like Europe. Europe has central heating in apartments and houses. Probably America does too, I think. Welcome from Ohio. I'm also, if any of you are from Colorado, let me know. I'm looking potentially going to Colorado to ski in winter. So if any of you have advice, I'm not going to go to Aspen. I might go maybe for a day or two, but I want to go for like 2-3 weeks. So I want to go and stay somewhere. So if you guys have any advice, please let me know. If you know also places that could be kid friendly, let me know. Okay. So there's this big wave of energy that's really calling us to bridge between our vulnerability and our self-expression. Like, where is the middle point? Where does our balance lie? We want to be vulnerable, we want to be open, but we want to also, be in a space of surrender where we can self-express and we can, be okay with being judged and also not take whatever other people say personally, because remember, whatever someone says about you is only a reflection of them, and a projection of them. So a lot of the time, when you're on this journey and your frequency is high and you're operating in these spaces and you navigate and you come across people who are in a different space and operating from a different vibrational frequency, you tend to, we all mirrors of each other. So sometimes you mirror things back at people and they can't handle it and they're not ready, and but whatever they do and however they react to your truth shouldn't stop you from being in your truth and opening up to your truth. Okay. Texas, Wisconsin, hello. Yeah, so let me know where you're from and how you've been. Also, a big energy of clearing and letting go old structures, old paradigms, and literally like masks falling off, and that can cause a bit of friction. within relationships, interpersonal relationships, family relationships, friendship relationships. So just being mindful of that as well. There's a lot of spaces where the illusion is breaking, where there's, someone might have a projected image or imagine you are in a certain way because you behaved in a certain way, and all of a sudden you're like, actually, no, like this is not okay. A big one is like the people pleasing patterns, the standing in your truth, and the really like speaking up, and if you've never spoken up before, when you start, people are going to be like, whoa, like what is going on with this person, and they're either going to like accept you and be like, okay, well done, I accept you, I love you for who you are, whatever, or they're going to be like, no, this threatens my perception of you, my perception of myself, my ego, whatever it is, and they might choose to remove themselves from you, distance themselves or anything like that. Okay, hello from New Orleans, thank you for being here. Hello from the Netherlands, thank you for being here. So just being aware of that and being in this space of acceptance of yourself, and moving through this energy of releasing the masks, letting go, being present. But let me know how you guys have been feeling. A lot of like very intense timelines clearing as well. That's what I noticed. A lot of timelines that perhaps were unexpected are coming through, maybe like old lovers, old family members, people that have passed on. Just timelines that need to be navigated with integrity. And again, guys, it's really not about okay, I'm going to do a bit of clearing now. It's really not about, taking it personally, but allowing it and seeing it for what it is, an experience, and not attaching to, because, a lot of the times we're like, oh, I saw this. Is it going to happen? What's the significance? What does it mean? Why was he in my dream? Why is she here? Why is he there? Where is he going? Why am I seeing this? Why is the portal open? Why is it blue? Why is my chakra, throat chakra blue? Whatever. And it doesn't matter. All that matters is the here, the now, the present moment. The information is good. It helps. It assists. It's definitely like, propels you forward in a way. But a lot of the time, and this is the problem with the New Age spirituality, is people get lost in the wanting to know, in the attachment of the knowledge, like the knowledge will come, the understanding will come. But it shouldn't affect the way you navigate your life. You should still be navigating your life, from the heart center, from the heart space, from the moral compass that this is. Whether you, have galactic DNA from a certain timeline, or have lived in a certain era, or have fought in certain wars, like, yes, it matters, but in the grand scheme of things, it can help you understand who you are, but you are an infinite being of light. So regardless of those experiences and what you've navigated, the heart center and the heart space is where you need to be operating from. And this is what I teach, and this is what I say. This is where you must always go back to, okay? I have very exciting news. I am actually in the process of doing my Bali retreat, and I had a few last minute cancellations. So I am offering some spaces at a discounted rate for Bali. This is September 13th to 19th of September. Please, 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 if you want to book, Audrey's going to send the link here, and then you can send me an email if you would like the code, and I can send it to you. It is, I think, like a 20% off that I'm doing. I've agreed with the company because I had some last minute cancellations, and so like I really would like to fill the spots. So let me know if you are interested. It's going to be very powerful. It's I think it's 6 days, 6 nights. We're going to be doing a lot, and you're going to have access 24/7 to me. So really everything that you want to know, I can just channel it for you. I'm going to be doing a lot of light language activations. So yeah, let me see some of the comments. Hello from India, New Orleans, Netherlands. Hello Truths. Okay, amazing. Air travel is expensive. Oh, hi, Allison. I would love to have you there again. Allison was with us in Costa Rica and she had an amazing time. So I would love to have you there. Yeah, I think that this one's a bit far for the States. And most of my clients are in the States. And that's what I've learned. A lot of the people who canceled were like, actually, like the flights are too expensive. So I think what I'm going to do, the next one I'll do will probably be somewhere like Mexico City, Peru, like South America. So it's easier for everyone in the States to join. But guys, I actually don't know if I'm doing or when I'm doing the next one. So this will be the last retreat that I'm doing for a while, like at least for a year, because I have a lot of projects that are coming up next year. I'm going to be doing my training in LA for light language and Ascension. So I have a few spaces left for that as well. I've moved it to February just because it's too much for me to do it in October. So I will be in LA in February. I'm actually going to be in Vegas in 2 weeks from now. So if any of you are there and want to book a one-on-one, let me know, because I will be in Vegas. So yeah, okay. I don't have an event in Vegas. I'm just there. So I was maybe going to do an event, but it's not confirmed. So if you want to see me in Vegas, rather book for a one-on-one. I'll be there from the 16th to the 20th, from the 15th or 16th of July to like the 24th or something like that. It's a week from when I land, basically. So yeah. So you guys like this mug? My mom brought it back for me, and it's the official Bridgerton mug. I don't know if you guys watch Bridgerton, but it's like the official mug from Bridgerton. I'm quite a fan. Excited to have you there, Savannah. So Savannah's coming from Cape Town. So from South Africa, the prices are actually quite reasonable, but from America, I know it's quite like a lot of stops. But anyway, so any of you, let me know if you do want to book. You can send me, Audrey, if you can drop my email down below. You can just send me an email and I will send you the code to insert for the discount. It's a set number. That's why I'm not releasing it publicly, because it's only like a certain number of like codes that I have to give away. Okay. Make sure you see, I'm actually going to go see Backstreet Boys at the Sphere when I'm in Vegas. So I'm very excited to see that. I've booked already. I'm going there. I think it's a Saturday. Yeah, I'm going to go see them. So yeah, I'm going to pull through a bit of codes. I won't stay long, guys. I'll do half an hour today. I'm quite tired. I've had a long day. This is my first week back after 2 weeks in Europe, which was absolutely lovely. I was planning on doing some grid work. You know, I always do grid work everywhere I go. I did do some work, but I mainly did some work on myself and I rested and I relaxed. And my mom saw me like 2 days ago and she was like, I've never seen you so relaxed since you've gotten back. So I just took a little bit of a break. I've got very intense months coming up. So yeah, I'm going to pull through some codes. Let's see what comes up. Korokua ishina yatra, trio korokot kria ishina yatra, tria kiero korokot kra kiera tra, tra korokua ishina yatra, kiera tra kre ishera yatra, tria kiet kroa kia siatera. To korokua niashia, tiara niashiara tre, at kiera at kria shira yatra. Releasing, opening. Tiate korokua ishetakra. Krokua ishenayatra. Trea kiekt kroat kia sieratra. Tria kiekt nrat krea siero kura ishia. Shekorokua ishenayatra at krea siero kurokua ishia. Shiara trea kiara tre koro ishenayatra. Shukrokua ishenayatra. Trea ki arayat krea isherayatra. Shurakara isherayatra. You guys are also always more than welcome to give me super chats. I'm going to take a few personal questions. If you guys have anything to ask, you can just write it in the comments. But all in all, I think we'll see what happens next week. I might actually have to move my live of next week, but we'll see how things go energetically. I do feel like there was a big shift within the divine feminine as well. So that's something that came up too, like quite like a big clearing when it comes to sacral and lower chakras, like within the womb, the energetic womb. Men also have an energetic womb. We all have a womb. So a lot of that, which kind of like carried through from May. But I think for me, been navigating the two hemispheres, it's been a lot to anchor in both the frequencies. And I'm here for 2 weeks, and then I'm back in the States for another 2 weeks. So I've just actually been taking the time to rest, to integrate, and to really, really like focus my energy on being present. Because the traveling can't, like, it's great, but it can also like, you're worried about this and that and the future and, how you're moving and how you're navigating. And I think it's important to, always like collect ourselves back towards ourselves as well. How to accept and forgive a human for hurting animals. Why is such cruelty be allowed for our forces? Well, I mean, everyone's their own free will and sovereignty. So I think you need to ask yourself, like, why is this human important for you? Like, what, like, I wouldn't have a human in my life that is cruel and hurts animals. So if this is someone who's in your life, like, you need to ask yourself, why is this person in your life? And then forgiveness doesn't mean to forget, so you can forgive. But forgiveness is more for like someone that hurts you. I think in this case, I mean, I don't eat animals. I don't like people who hurt animals. I'm all for, the voiceless. But we need to come also to a space of acceptance that everyone has their own experience. Like, they are creating karma for themselves by doing harm, like you would by harming a human, or, by doing negative deeds and things like that. So that should be enough for you to surrender and be like, okay, their life, their choices. It's not like, if it's affecting how you live, then maybe that's a different case. But I think you need to look into yourself, what this is showing you, and why do you have such attachment to how they are living their life, basically. Yeah. Okay, so honestly, it's been feeling uneasy in her solar plexus. Yeah, it might be some emotions clearing and releasing, some old things coming up. I did say in the beginning of the video that some of it has to do and is connected to old partners, old experiences. So there might be something like that that's there to be observed and released. And sometimes you don't even really need to understand. Sometimes it's just like, okay, like there's an emotion. So when was it? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, no, a little bit like 3 weeks ago. I remember I was driving and all of a sudden I felt so sad, like very sad. And I just was crying in my car and crying and crying. I was driving, I think on my way back from gym. It was like a Tuesday morning. It was so random. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, and I want to know, but I was like, okay, I'm probably clearing something. And then I think that 2 or 3 days after, I speak to my mom, who was in Italy at the time, and she was like, no, I saw your grandfather. My grandfather's 98, and he's still like there, like he still talks and is still like conscious. He still lives alone, like he's got help, but he lives alone. But we don't think he's going to be around for very long. And my mom said that, and she was leaving a few days after, and she said that that day she was crying and really upset because she was like, I don't think I'll see him again. This is the last time. And so obviously I was picking that up, and because I'm very connected to my mom, and that's why I was crying. So sometimes it can be something like that. Sometimes it can be something that you're picking up collectively. If you have kids, you might be picking up their emotions. And sometimes you can't help it. Like, I promise you guys, like, I shield, I'm gridded, I'm grounded, I'm protected. But sometimes it just needs to come through and move through you in whatever way. I find that with me, I move when I know that there's something, I'm irritated. So that's when I know that I need to clear, because I start feeling the energy starts making me feel irritable, and I'm just like, I just want to snap, like randomly, and it's like that's not me at all. So The only similar thing that I can explain that happened to me was if you're very, very low in iron, sometimes it can give you that effect. I've seen it on kids as well. But that's not my case, because I'm very mindful of my iron levels after that happened to me once many years ago. So that's how I kind of, I'm like, okay, I need to move through stuff. And if you're not listening and you're not actively moving through your stuff, then the system will force you to move through it. And in this case, it'll make you cry, it'll make you upset. Thank you, Tony, for the beautiful super chat. Really greatly appreciated. Thank you so, so much. Very kind. Okay. Random bouts of sadness. Yeah. How can we protect ourselves from collective stuff like grief and not clear for the collective all the time? Yeah, this is what I was saying. Sometimes it's a little bit inevitable. But I think generally shielding really helps, staying grounded, staying present, and understanding yourself and understanding if it's something that's yours or if it's something that's collective. Because if it's collective, then you won't really have attachment to it. Like you'll feel the emotion or whatever it is, and then you'll navigate and move through it. And remember, most of us have pre-contracted agreements that we're here to assist the collective and humanity. And so we kind of like agree to navigate through these things all together as well. That having said, you are a sovereign being, so you can rescind that agreement at any given moment in time and say, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? So you can, it's not really 100% helpful and can be a little bit productive, but counterproductive to the evolution of consciousness. But you are a sovereign being, so it is within your free will to believe that and to say, oh, actually, I don't want to be clear like that anymore. So yeah, I think, yeah, something else that comes up is it's really important for you guys to understand that when you start operating at a certain baseline vibrational frequency, you kind of become untouchable. Nothing can really affect you, whether it's, demonic entities or attachments or, clearing and all these things. Like you'll still maybe pick up here and there, but it won't affect your day-to-day life and how you navigate it. And to get there, it requires structure, discipline, persistence, consistency, spiritual strength. If you're interested, like I offer my 6-week and 6-month program, and I give a lot of tools to get into a space where you're quite neutral, so you don't really get affected by these things. That's what I do. That's how I can travel, navigate, work, come back, and do what I do in the way that I do it without it taking a toll on my nervous system, my physical level, my energy levels. And it's quite funny because if my system is tired and I do have like 3 days that are fully booked, my guides will make it so that people actually reschedule or cancel, or something happens where it's actually other people can't. And I'm like, oh, okay, I obviously need to recharge or recuperate and whatnot. Okay, someone's asked me. Yeah, so I'm collaborating with Awakened Soul magazine. They basically interviewed me. There's an article that they wrote about me, and I'm going to be collaborating with them further on as well. I think I've got a link. Audrey, I'm going to send it to you on WhatsApp. If you can post it in the chat, please. Basically, the way this works is it's £10 a year for a membership, and if you do it through this link, then you can have. Is my sound bad? Guys, can you let me know how my sound is? I just saw the message now from Audrey saying that my sound is bad. Let me quickly find this link so I can share it with you guys. Please let me know in the comments how the sound is. Actually, let me see if maybe I can share it directly. Sound is fine. Okay. Yeah, that's the link. So that's the link for the Awakened Soul magazine. And the way that it works is basically, for £10, you have access to a month of the magazine. It's an online magazine, but they do print as well. It's got a lot of other energy workers. It's got Sarah Briskin, Cosme. It's a few people that are on it. And I'm just collaborating with them. If you buy through my link, yeah, you get it for, I think you get it for £10 instead of 12 or something like that. And it's a year-long membership. So it's really like nothing. It supports them. They travel the world to spread news on Ascension Awakening. I think they were at Cannes. They go to different festivals and events, and they've been around for a while, which is different from the Awakened magazine. That's two different magazines that I've collaborated with. But this one specifically, I'm having like a membership collaboration. So yeah, if you guys feel called to, that's the link. And yeah, and then you can read the whole article they wrote about me. I'm going to be on their cover as well. So yeah, I'm just collaborating. And then in Vegas, I'm going to be on the Digital Social Hour podcast, the one from Sean Mike Kelly. So that's going to be quite exciting. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. And then, yeah, just for things that I have coming up, the collective healing for July is up $15, 45 minutes of channeled light language. I've got the 8/8 event coming up. So the 8th of August, it's going to be the Lionsgate Portal event. It's a galactic conference. I've got a few people talking. There's me, there's Josie, Ishmael Perez, Debbie Dashinger, Vivian Chauvet, Jerome's going to be speaking. The guys of GFL will be collaborating. So yeah, there's the link if you want tickets. Tickets are only $44. It's about 6-7 hours of conference, and you will have access to the recording and the replay if you buy tickets and you can't make it on the day. And the nice thing is I have allocated some Q&A time for the speakers so that you guys can ask them questions as well. Okay, so I'll take one or two more questions, and then I'll do a bit more channeling, and then I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'll do like maybe just over half an hour. Kia korokua ishinayatra tre kiero korokot kra ishinayatra kria tre okua ishirayatra tre kiet krua kiera ishia tia shiaratra krea tiet kuku ashinara tria tre korokot krasia shiratra shukurukuarea tre aishiratra trea sieto kora ia ishiratra shiratra kria kiero korokot krashiaratra sie Shiakuroko reatrea shira takria ishira sierra tra shu 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 kiara trea kiet kurokoania shia shiakrokoara ishira tra tria trea kurokoania ishira tra tre ikiera kuroko kria trea ishia shu. There's a lot of codes of ancestral wisdom and strength that are coming through. I think some of you will find yourselves tapping back into ancient knowledge that's been passed on through generations and family members, and yeah, you'll find wisdom and answers in your ancestry. That's quite interesting. Yeah, grandparents, parents, like, yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that. That's quite an interesting thread of energy that's coming through with regards to the ancestral wisdom reawakening. Okay, guys, I'm going to take one or two more questions and I'm going to go. I got your last 45 minutes light language and it was awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, so that's the collective healing. The next one is up for July, and the June recording should be up, or if not, it'll be up by the end of the day. And yeah, 45 minutes of channeled light language. You get an image with it as well. So it's really, really powerful. Do we all have guides? Yes, everyone has guides. What are my favorite crystals? I'll show you guys a cool one. How's this? It's a little alien. I've actually got a lot. I've got a lot of alien faces and ET faces. I don't have a favorite crystal, guys. It would be like asking me what's my favorite food. This is a Lyran and rose quartz that I have. This is an Arcturian being in lapis. It's quite cool. And this one actually came to me This one's very ancient. This one's like really, really, really ancient. But I've got so many guys that I work with. Oh, this one's quite cool as well. It's a dragon. How's that? And this is, it's being made into like angel aura, but I'm not too sure what the crystal underneath is. So yeah. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna have a look if there's a few more questions. Okay, so yeah, anything else that I have coming up? Let me think. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I also have crystal Merkabahs. They're quite cool. I've got little like tachionized plates as well that I use. I've got quite a big one here. Are you solution for helping me for toxic people and karmic liberation? That's a bit too generic, my dear. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific if you want an answer to that. But generally with toxic people, boundaries, and like guys, this karmic liberation, you don't need to be liberated. You're already free. Okay, do the declaration of sovereignty if you're not sure, but it's a dark agenda mind control program that's been told to us that we enchained and enslaved and soul recycling. And this was applicable in the 90s with Lisa Renee's Ascension Glossary. About 10% of that is valid now. It doesn't align anymore where we are at this moment in time. So please don't ever think that you're not free. You're free sovereign beings, your own free will in every single way. Okay. Very, 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 very important to you. For you to understand, okay? Okay, I'm gonna pull through a little bit more code and I'm gonna go Krukua Ishinayatra. Tria creo krukua aya shinaya tria quiero krukut krai shinataka. Shira tra kre at kria kruku at kria sierra tara. Tria treya tre krukua ishia, shukrukua ishia. Tiat shit krua ishinayatra tre a quiero krukut krai shira tra. Shukrukua tria ishinayatra. Shakra ishirayatra. Shakrai shirayatra tukuai shiratra. Shukurukuai shinayatra kriyate krukuro shinayatra. Shukurukuai shitra. Shukurukuai shinayatra kiratra. Okay, if any of you want to give me any last minute super chats, they're always really welcome. They really help and support me in keep doing this work for free and doing these lives and speaking about these topics and these subjects, because I am taking time away from my one-on-one clients to be here and support you guys live. So please, if like super chats or also like collective healing, $15, 45 minutes of channeled like language. Oh yes, I've got a channeling masterclass this Sunday. That's what I've got. I've got a few spaces left. It is a closed number. It's about 3 hours. You will get a recording with it. You will get a light language, full system clearing and activation. And it's basically just, I explain like all the different types of channeling, how to channel light language, assisted channeling and assisted channeling the 3D, 4D, 5D and up, channeling in the different dimensional density, channeling the different dimensional beings, understanding what you're channeling, what beings you're channeling, working with different like tools and things like that. So you can find the tickets for that on my website as well. I will not be holding a channeling masterclass for a while. Like this is the last one that I'm doing for a bit. I might do another one before the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see. I've got quite a bit going on, but this is happening this Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, and 6 p.m. European Time. You will have access to the recording if you buy a ticket for the masterclass, okay? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm going to try come on next Monday. If not Monday, I might come on Tuesday, but just follow here and I will make the post to pre-announce it, okay? Thank you. I love you. I see you. I appreciate you from my heart to yours. Thank you, guys. I love you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.